And welcome back to Final Fantasy VII with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So, today we are going to face the boss here in Mount Nebel, and that will take up the whole episode because the next part, well, took me over half an hour to record. And we'll see why in the next episode. But for now, we'll face the Materia Keeper. This annoying boss is very strong against both lightning and fire. So what will happen if you try to attack it with lightning? It will absorb, so it will be healed by lightning. In addition, I believe it's also healed by fire as well, so that's not great. So yeah, so we want to be careful with this boss. Again, there is one spell we can use against it, and that is Aqualungs. We did get it before, of course, against the harpy enemies, and it is actually quite the godsend against this boss. Another thing of note, in addition to it using its big horn and its claws to attack you, which can do over 1,000 HP damage, so you definitely want to use Big Guard if you have it. So yeah. You can, you probably also want to use some of your summons, though Ramu is off limits, as is Ifrit, because of the aforementioned, healing of itself. In addition to that, it does have an enemy skill. Yes, and a pretty good one. Although it is also lightning based, so be careful. So yeah. As you saw there, Quake does some decent damage to the boss. You can't steal anything from it. Unfortunately, Yuffie got up the short end of the stick here, so I can't use Ramu. As I say, so don't know why I'm restarting, but never mind. Never mind. Okay then, we're back. So, let's try this once again. Realize that my party have less HP because I gave them more magic materia, but I think it is somewhat necessary, so yeah. I still have the fire materia on Yuffie, but yeah. Another thing of note, I've also equipped Odin. Now, normally in Final Fantasy, what will happen with Odin is that he will use the Santisuken, which is a spell which usually kills a character or at least an enemy in one hit and doesn't usually work on bosses. However, in Final Fantasy VII, that is not the case. He does not just have Santisuken, which he would usually normally use on regular enemies, but the Gunslance, which actually can damage regular bosses as well. Something that is not the case in, I believe, Final Fantasy 8 or 9. So yeah, and the Gunslance does over 1,000 HP damage, as does actually Cloud's Clim Hazard as well. Yes, and why not? We'll use Aqualung and see how much that does. Oh yeah, 724. I wish I had originally used that when I had the PS1 version, seriously. Aqualung is a godsend against this annoying boss. Seriously, the amount of times I've tried not to use skills like Flamethrower, yeah. I know you cannot manipulate the Materia Keeper, which does make learning Trine, its enemy skill that it does use, quite hard. So yeah, so L combo can be annoying, especially if you don't have Big Guard, because that will definitely do some damage. The Materia Keeper can also be stunned, so using Choco-Mog is a good idea, as I did here, because you did see in my initial run on the boss that I was able to stun him, but yeah. Anyway, go Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning. And, very nice. So, Aqualung, very nice indeed. And that will do 600 damage. Yeah, I'm racking up the combos here. Just a shame he has not yet used Trine, which I do want him to do. Be careful though, you do want Big Guard up for when he uses Trine, because that can be annoying otherwise. He can also heal himself with Cure 2 as well, and we do not have yet the ability to use Deflect. It would have been a lot better here if we did, but it would also make the fight a bit too easy, so I can kind of see why that is not the case. So, let's see. Chocomog, I think? And, another Aqualung. Okay, is he going to use... No, he's going to use Cure 2 for healing himself. So, yeah. Death Blow again. Yeah, I am just, yeah, going for it. So, let's see. It still looks cute. I don't care what anyone says. Even if it is very anime-ish. Oh boy. I think I'm going to kill it before it uses Trine, aren't I? Let's see. Not yet. We'll get another Aqualung. There we go. Can you use Trine? Thank you! Thank you indeed. I'm needing to use a Cure 2, but it's worth it. Well, Cloud and Tifa have now used Learn Trine. I do not want to use it on the boss for its, of course, obvious healing things. So I'm going to use Aqualung with... Actually, maybe I'll use Clim Hazard as well. So, firstly Aqualung, and then maybe Clim Hazard. Okay, go for it, Cloud. Show that gigantic crab thingy who's boss. And there we go, defeated. With that done, we can now progress on to Rocket Town, where we will get a rather thing. And also, Yuffie learned Clear Tranquil, which is very similar to Healing Wind, but not as potent. Anyway, I'm going to save and I'll see you in Rocket Town. So, I did try to explore a bit more of Mount Nebel, able to get this treasure chest, but let's say I slipped down the wrong one. However, I do get into a boss fight with an enemy that is actually very, very strong here in the inside of Mount Nebel. And would you know it is the dragon, the very enemy that we faced alongside Sephiroth as a teenager. So yeah. It knows the flamethrower enemy skill, so it is useful if you've got the second enemy skill materia, I believe in Junon. The annoying thing is, at this level, its flamethrower mood can easily do over 400 HP damage. So you may want to use, if you have enough tents at least, Big Guard against this guy, because he nearly killed Yuffie here. Seriously, and that's not good. Seriously. Likewise with most other dragons in the game, it mostly absorbs fire and is weak against, let's say, ice. So it's a good thing I have ice too. Aqualung also works on this boss. So, or at least it is boss level at this point, in my humble opinion. Unlike the Materia Keeper, it is, thankfully, does take damage from lightning, so you can use Trine and Bolt 2 on it, so that won't be a problem. Indeed, here is Trine itself, once again. Does less damage than Ice and Aqualung, however, so yeah. Cure 2 is definitely a must if you're going against up against one of these gigantic beasties. Seriously, I don't think my manipulate materia is a strong enough level, shall we say, to actually do any damage to the dragon. But there you go. So let's try and finish it off with a Clim Hazard, I think. And I may need to keep using Cure 2. Let's see. Yeah, that killed it. So yeah, with that done, we can go on. So where to next? Well, I'm just going to go straight to you get a Fire Fang, but as I say, if I'd only gone from the top, but never mind. Let's go straight to the thing. Again, you can indeed go to the save point if you wish to save there. With me using the 2-speed, I guess, cheat in the game. Obviously, I'll be using it to speed up some of the summons a little later on, but for now, not so much. So now let's get out of here, of course, and head around the corner and in onto the world map. So, indeed, Rocket Town is around to the right, past this forest. You will still run into various enemies on the world map, of course, and there's one new one that we will see here, namely the Wolves. And they're just like the calm house, they're not too bad to deal with, seemingly. Although we will try and bite you. So yeah. And they're not too bad to deal with at all. So yeah, nothing much I can say about these guys. Nothing much at all. I am going to keep it in for posterity, I guess. But yeah. And we are very close to Rocket Town. And oh boy, if you're going to Rocket Town there, the whole area takes up a lot of time, shall we say, but we'll get to that. For now, let's just end this and indeed head onwards, wherever, probably to where the thing is. So, there is Rocket Town. It is personified by the gigantic structures and indeed a rocket. Seriously. A rocket in the middle of a small village. But yeah, this is why this place is called Rocket Town. Seriously. Apparently the Shinra actually at one point were thinking about space travel. Also over here we have a weapon shop where we can buy the gold armlet. Yes, and this isn't too bad actually. I'm going to buy 3 of them and equip them on our characters. So let's see then. Firstly, Yuffie, I will not switch you over to the silver armlet. I want the gold armlet, not the silver one. So yeah, and that means I have to rearrange her materia. Oh boy. Well, yes, that's necessary. I'll do the same with Tifa and Cloud. There is also a weapon for dare I say, in fact the only weapon on stock here is the shotgun, a weapon for Vincent. Something that I may use a little later, although one of the weapons you can actually get in Calm, the Peacemaker, is much better. Seriously, but that being said, let's go over the inn there. How is our HP doing? Maybe I will. There's also one other materia you can buy here, and one I will be buying a little later, which is the time materia from the item shop. Yes, and that will allow us to use haste, although it is good if you don't have the big guard enemy skill. Also, there is the barrier materia, which gives you barrier, which lessens the effects of physical attacks, and later M barrier and wall. M barrier lessens the attack of that sort of thing. And would you know it, I actually did purchase the thing because I will need the time materia for a specific boss a little later on. Because, believe it or not, it is weak to one of the status ailments there. Anyway, inside this house we can find a giant biplane. Yes. So yeah. Apparently it is called the Tiny Bronco. Tiny Bronco? Okay. Can any of you fly it? I don't think Cloud was a good aviator. Yeah. Who the hell is the captain? Wait. He lives inside the rocket. Seriously? He lives inside the rocket. Well, anyway. No. 2 of us here, well, all 3 of us here at the Shinra. Cloud used to be, but you get space. So there was space travel, eh? Rufus is coming here? President Rufus? Crap. I think I know how this will end. Well, anyway, we will find out more about the captain on the next episode. So I will see you then. Goodbye.